A dream is nothing as long as it's just a dream, and an idea stays an idea until you make things happen. Let's talk about strategies you can take to make your dreams come true. Do you know that you are what you do and not what you say you'll do? Actions prove who someone is, and words just prove who they want to be. And to see your dreams become a reality, you can't just be a dreamer. You have to become a doer. Tony Robbins said, if you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible. But if you schedule it, it is real. Now here's the big question today. What have you scheduled in your life today to bring you closer to your dream? If you haven't scheduled it, you probably won't make time for it. And if it's a second thought, it will always be an afterthought. If you don't schedule it, you probably won't start working toward it. Mark Twain said the secret of getting ahead is getting started. Listen, if you don't go after it, you will never have it. If you don't take a step, you will never move forward. And here's the fact. The time will never be right. You'll never have perfect conditions in life. Even the scripture says if you wait for perfect conditions, you'll never get anything done. Man, that's the truth. Let me tell you, the right time is now. Maybe you've fallen off the bandwagon. Today's the day you can get back on track. So let's break it down and make it practical. I want you to take out a piece of paper or on your computer or in your dream journal. I want you to define what you want. I'm not talking about saying something like this. I want to live a life that's happily ever after. Hey, that's great, but you need to be more specific. Let me give you an example. I want to own my own business. Is that you? Write it down. I want to have blank amount of money in the bank by the time I'm blank years old. Or I want to achieve my master's by this date. I want to have my debt paid off by such and such date. Or I want to start a podcast. You see where I'm going. Write down what you want. Don't be so broad. Then once you have that figured out, set a time frame for the task. And then, here's where it gets serious, y'all. Begin to act on it. You can't wish it into existence. You have to put feet to your faith. Let's break it down even more. Now write this down. What can I do today to get to my desired result? You want to write a book? Well, the general goal is, I want to write a book. The more specific statement is, I want to write a book on cooking healthy. Now, that's not me, but maybe that's you. The general action is, today I will work toward my dream of writing a book. Then the more specific goal is, today I will wake up at 6 and I'll write for an hour. And by the end of the hour, I will have at least a paragraph done. Now, you write down whatever you think you can do and do something that stretches yourself. And then be consistent. Every single day, write something. Stop waiting for motivation and just do it. Sometimes we get so overwhelmed by the thought of what it's going to take to see our dreams come to pass that we give up even before we get started. But when you can break it down into small tasks every single day, consistently, that sense of accomplishment drives that passion on the inside of you even more. You know, I can think about something that I did. I decided I would write my book in February a few years ago. I planned my travel because I travel most every month, and I planned it to where I had February off, the whole month of February. My general goal was I'm going to write my book in February. My specific measurable goal was I'm going to work on my book every single day in the month of February, and I'm going to have it completed by the end of the month. I had a specific time frame because I had to start traveling again in March. Once I got started with the process, I narrowed it down even more. I will complete 2 chapters a day. That's what I told myself. And y'all, once I started, I can't even begin to tell you how I felt. I could hardly wait to wake up at 6 a.m. And some days I would work until 10 at night because I was on a roll. Some days I did more than 2 chapters. The end result is I did it. I didn't wish it into existence. I put the work to bring it into existence. I also had accountability for my goal. I sent the chapters to a friend of mine every single day. Now, I want you to see, I had a goal and I was motivated about my goal. Motivation was great, but I couldn't rely solely on motivation. I had to create discipline and I had to create consistency every single day. I knew my goal and I was determined to do what I needed to do to reach it. See, goals are your GPS that you need so that you can move forward. They tell you which direction to go. It's those detailed directions that bring the clarity and bring results. Now let's look at the action plan again. I had a goal, I had accountability, I had a time frame, and every day without fail, I did it. Did I struggle at times with what to write? Of course I did, absolutely. But I pushed through and I did it anyway. See, I had a goal and I had a plan and I took action. And by the end of February, I was so happy I had completed my book, and that sense of accomplishment was just inexplainable. This is a key point. You have to set yourself up for success. You got to know what you have to work with, and then you have to work with it. Set goals that are attainable, but ones that stretch you. Don't set yourself up for failure. Listen, the kids are never going to go away. They're not going to stay quiet and out of your way for 6 hours. Don't set goals that set you up to fail, goals that set you up to be discouraged and feel like a failure. Be careful that you don't look at all the reasons that it won't happen. I have kids, I have no time, I have too much to do, I don't have the money, I don't know where to start. Listen, excuses will keep you from starting. Excuses will keep you in the same place, stagnant, unfulfilled, and frustrated because you have unresolved purpose. So let go of those excuses and just begin. Walt Disney said the way to get started is to quit talking and start doing. Oh man, y'all, that's good. Listen, stop talking. Stop saying you can't. Stop saying you don't have the resources and begin with what you do have. Be a doer. Now let me tell you about doers. Doers do. That's really deep, y'all. Doers don't wait for ideal circumstances. They do it anyway. Doers don't wait to be qualified. They step toward their dreams and they learn along the way. Doers don't stay stuck. So listen, quit talking and start walking. Walk towards your dreams. Yes, you mama of all those toddlers. Yes, you single dad. Yes, you teenager with those amazing ideas that are just waiting to happen. Yes, you college student who's overwhelmed by your studies right now. Don't ignore your potential. I heard something really profound. You ready for this? They said this: you can't bake a cake by reading the recipe. You gotta do what the recipe says. Start putting together the recipe for your dreams. Quit reading about it, quit Googling it, stop making excuses and go after it. Stop watching others make their dreams happen. Be a doer, not a viewer. Put feet to your faith. That means you're going to have to do it tired. You're going to have to do it scared. You're going to have to do it unqualified. You're going to have to just begin. It might be tough, but you're tough. And it's okay to be scared and excited and unsure at the same time. It may be impossible for some, but listen, it's not impossible for you. If you're persistent, you're going to get it. But if you're consistent, you'll keep it. So do what you can with the time you have. So at the end of this year, you don't look back and see excuses. You look back and see progress. Life is happening now. Stop waiting and start doing. The only way to get out of your comfort zone is to take a step. And guess what? You can do it. Start walking, set those goals, do what you've been dreaming of for so long. Be consistent, stay positive, believe in yourself and cheer yourself on, and stay encouraged. And hey, if you make a mistake, that means you're human. Correct it and keep going. If you get stuck, work around it until you are unstuck. And if you want to quit, remind yourself you are not a quitter. If you get discouraged because of others who are succeeding, turn off that social media and tune into your dreams, your purpose, and your life. Get laser focused. Don't give up. That's not who you are. You are capable of amazing things. And it doesn't matter who said you can't, you can. It doesn't matter how many times you failed, try again. And it doesn't matter if you've given up, here's a new opportunity to begin again. For every single excuse, there's a solution. So be a doer, be a completer, be stronger than your excuses. And get excited because your destiny is just waiting for you to show up. Thanks for watching today. Until next time, have an amazing day.